Hi! In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the slope of a line when you are given 2 points on that line. And there are a few different things we can do, but one trick I like to use is creating a data table. So here you see I have my x values and my y values. And all I'm going to do is take these x values here, and I like to put them in ascending order. So my 2 and my 3. Those are x values because this is an x, right? That's an x. And then for my y values, remembering that an ordered pair is always an x and a y, I'm going to put in my y values. So when x is 2, y is 4. Put it over here. When x is 3, y is 6. Get my 6 going over here. Sorry about that. Okay. So now what I want to do is look at what is the change in y divided by the change in x, because that is the definition of slope. So I'm going to look at my change in y first, and I see that to go from 4 up to 6, I have to add 2. So that is change in y. Slope is change in y divided by change in x. So now I need change in x. So to go from 2 to 3, I would add 1. Okay. So now when I do that ratio, I have to do change in y divided by change in x. So if I come over here and say m, because we use the variable m to represent slope, positive 2 divided by positive 1 gives me a slope of 2. Now I'm going to come over to my graph and add the points 2, 4, and 3, 6. So another thing I could do is I could plot my points. So here I have 2, 4, and I have my other point, okay, up here. And I can literally draw my line and then measure my slope. And if you notice for this line, I'm going up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So that's a way that I can check myself and know that my slope is right. And notice that if I'm going up and over, that gives me positive slope. Now let's look at an example with negative slope. So I have 2 more ordered pairs here. So I'm going to create a table again. Whoops. My pen back. Okay. I'm going to create a table. Have my x values here, y values here. I'm going to select my x values first and place those here. I like to do ascending order, so I keep everything nice and orderly. So 4, then 6. Okay, and now I'm going to add my y values. So when x is 4, y is 8. So add my 8. When x is 6, y is 5. Okay, so now I'm going to measure my change. So again, for slope, I do change in y first. So to go from 8 to 5, that's a change of negative 3, while change in x goes up. So what I'm already seeing here, as x increases, y decreases. So that means my slope is going to be negative. So this slope value here, I always do change in y on the top. So the change in y was negative 3. The change in x was positive 2. So that gives me a slope of negative 3/2, or negative 1.5. And now to check that, I'm going to look at the line for that. So here I have graphed this line. I have those points there, so I put the points in. And already I can tell by the slant of this line that it is negative. And if I wanted to choose a point here that's right on my grid lines and check my slope, I go positive 3, back 2. Positive 3, back 2. Positive 3, back 2. That matches what I found it to be, negative 3/2. I have this option as well. I can start here. I always do my change in y up and down first. I can go negative 3, positive 2. Negative 3, positive 2. Negative 3, positive 2. One is negative, one is positive. Either way, with up and down change being 3, left and right change being 2, and that matches what I've found with this method. So that's a way to guarantee that you get the right calculation for slope. Take your points, make a data table, insert those points, and measure change in y divided by change in x and get your slope.